There is a simple seed that can naturally protect your eyes and safeguard your retina. You have been led to believe that losing vision is just a normal part of aging. But that's simply not true. Most seniors, almost 99%, don't realize their eyesight is being damaged, not by age, but by silent inflammation and hidden nutrient gaps that no one ever explained to you. New research now shows that one powerful seed you're probably not eating can strengthen your retina and slow vision decline by up to 31% in only 90 days. Yes, just one seed, and yet no one talks about it. Many doctors focus on costly eye drops, new glasses, or procedures, and they never mention these natural nutritional protectors. Why? Because seeds can't be patented. They're inexpensive, they're natural, and they challenge a massive vision care industry built on lifelong treatments. In today's video, I'm going to uncover the truth and walk you through 7 science-backed seeds that can protect your eyes and even help reverse damage that many seniors believe is permanent. We'll begin with the least known option and work our way up to the most powerful seed of all, ranked number 1. And this isn't guesswork. Everything I'm sharing comes straight from peer-reviewed studies, documented cases, and real clinical outcomes. These are genuine results. For many seniors, this very information helped them read again, drive again, and regain their independence. Before we get started, tell me in the comments below where you're watching from, your age, and how your vision has changed over the past few years. What steps are you taking to protect it right now? I'm personally going through every comment and giving tailored advice to help you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you never miss content like this. Now, without wasting a moment, let's begin with a seed that almost everyone ignores, but it could be your first step back toward sharper, healthier vision. Number 7, sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds may look simple, but they hold something remarkable for your eyesight, especially as you get older. These tiny, crunchy seeds are packed with vitamin E, one of the strongest antioxidants your eyes can receive. Vitamin E protects your eye cells from oxidative stress. That's the damage caused when harmful free radicals begin attacking healthy tissue, particularly the fragile cells in your retina. Your retina, the light-sensitive layer at the back of your eye, becomes more vulnerable with age. And when those retinal cells start breaking down, your vision grows blurry, especially in low light. This is where sunflower seeds truly shine. One study published in the Archives of Ophthalmology found that people who regularly ate vitamin E-rich foods like sunflower seeds had a 25% lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration over 10 years. I remember a 67-year-old retired engineer named Muhammad who came to see us with fading side vision, especially at night. He assumed it was just old age catching up. When we looked at his diet, we discovered he wasn't getting any vitamin E at all. So we added just 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds into his daily routine, sometimes on his lunch salad, sometimes as a small snack. In just 2 months, his night vision improved so much that he could drive after dark again, something he'd stopped doing for over a year. He told me those seeds became a non-negotiable part of his day, and his follow-up scan showed reduced oxidative stress in his retina. A tiny change, yet incredibly powerful. Now, let's move on to a seed with even more targeted benefits for your eyes. Number 6, pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most overlooked protectors of your retina. Most people think of them as sleep boosters or a source of magnesium, but their real strength comes from the zinc they provide. Zinc is a crucial mineral that works like a gatekeeper for your eyes. It helps move vitamin A from your liver to your retina, where it's used to create melanin, the pigment that shields your eyes. When your zinc levels drop, this whole process slows down, leaving your retina exposed to UV rays, blue light from screens, and the natural wear of aging. And zinc deficiency is far more common in people over 60 than you might imagine. A major clinical study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science showed that seniors who consumed more zinc had a 21% lower chance of progressing to advanced macular degeneration. I remember working with Lillian, a 74-year-old former teacher whose central vision had begun to fade. She told me it felt as though she was reading through a fog, and reading was something she loved more than anything. When we checked her nutrient levels, we discovered her zinc was far below ideal. Instead of jumping straight into supplements, I had her add a 4 cup of pumpkin seeds to her breakfast each morning. Just a gentle, natural way to boost that mineral. 3 months later, her vision had stabilized, and she no longer needed extra magnification to enjoy her books. But the best part was watching her confidence return. She even started tutoring the neighborhood children again. Those simple seeds didn't just help her see better, they brought back something she loved. Now, let's move to the next seed, which offers something even more unique for your eyes. Number 5, chia seeds. Chia seeds may be tiny, but what they offer your eyes is enormous. Their greatest gift is omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that helps calm inflammation inside the retina. As you get older, low-grade inflammation becomes a silent enemy, slowly thinning the retina, drying out the eyes, and even weakening blood vessels that can leak and lead to vision loss. The challenge with inflammation is that it doesn't always hurt, but inside the eye, it steadily damages the macula, the area responsible for sharp, detailed vision. A randomized control trial published in Nutrients showed that daily ALA intake strengthened retinal blood vessels and lowered inflammation markers in just 8 weeks. What makes chia seeds even more remarkable is their natural antioxidants, including lutein and zeaxanthin nutrients. Your eyes absorb directly, acting like internal sunglasses to block harmful light. I remember a 70-year-old woman named Nancy, a former seamstress who adored embroidery. She came to me upset because the fine details in her stitching were becoming difficult to see, even under bright lighting. Her scans showed retinal inflammation and she constantly battled dry eyes. When we reviewed her diet, it was clear she wasn't getting any omega-3s at all. So we added just 2 tablespoons of soaked chia seeds to her morning smoothie each day. 6 weeks later, her dryness eased dramatically, and she told me her embroidery patterns were finally sharp again. She even returned to teaching a craft class at her community center. It wasn't just better vision, it was her independence coming back. Now let's move into the top 4. This next seed is considered eye insurance in many traditional cultures. Number 4, flax seeds. Flax seeds are one of the richest natural sources of ALA omega-3s, and what makes them truly special is the way they strengthen your tear film, the protective moisture layer that covers your eyes. As you age, that tear film often becomes unstable or evaporates too quickly, leaving your eyes dry, irritated, and blurry. Flax seeds help calm inflammation on the eye's surface and improve the quality of the lipids that keep your tears from drying out too fast. A clinical study published in the Cornea Journal found that seniors who took flaxseed oil daily saw a 42% improvement in dry eye symptoms within just 30 days. An incredible result considering how widespread dry eyes are in older adults. Flax seeds also contain lignans, powerful antioxidants that protect both the lens and the retina from oxidative stress, helping slow age-related vision decline. I recall a 69-year-old man named Youssef who had recently retired after decades of driving a school bus. His complaint was very clear. By late afternoon, his eyes felt gritty and dry, and he often had to squint just to see comfortably. He tried multiple eye drops, but the relief never lasted. When we looked at his diet, we found he wasn't getting any omega-3s and didn't enjoy eating fish. So we added ground flax seeds to his daily yogurt, just 1 tablespoon each morning. And because whole flax seeds often pass through the body undigested, I made sure he used freshly ground ones. Within 2 weeks, his discomfort eased. After a month, he told me he no longer needed eye drops at all. His wife even teased that he was back to watching old action movies without rubbing his eyes every few minutes. For Youssef, flax seeds became a tiny daily habit that brought back real comfort. But if you think flax seeds are impressive, just wait until you see the next seed. It targets the retina directly. Number 3, black sesame seeds. Black sesame seeds are a long-standing staple in many traditional Asian diets, and their impact on your eyes is truly impressive. What sets them apart is their rich concentration of vitamin B1, zinc, and potent antioxidants, such as sesame and sesame. These nutrients help protect the tiny blood vessels that nourish your retina, something especially important in preventing diabetic retinopathy, one of the leading causes of blindness in seniors. When circulation to the retina weakens, those delicate vessels can leak, bleed, or even form scar tissue. Black sesame seeds support healthy microcirculation and help steady blood sugar spikes, a major trigger for this kind of eye damage. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that regular black sesame intake improved retinal blood vessel function and reduced oxidative stress markers in just 6 weeks. I remember a 72-year-old Taylor named Ament who came to me with early-stage diabetic retinopathy. His blood sugar was fairly controlled, but he had begun noticing dark floaters and slight distortion whenever he looked at straight lines. His biggest fear was losing his vision and with it, his independence. Although he was already taking his prescribed medication, we wanted to support his eyes naturally as well. I had him start taking a small mixture of roasted black sesame seeds with a touch of honey every night before bed. 8 weeks later, his ox scan showed reduced retinal swelling, and he told me the floaters had decreased significantly. His reading vision even became clearer. But most importantly, he felt hopeful again, knowing that something so simple could help him preserve the sight he was so afraid of losing. We're getting very close to the most powerful seed on the entire list. But before that, let's look at one that protects the very nerve inside your eye like nothing else. Number 2, hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are incredibly rich in gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, a rare omega-6 fatty acid that actually reduces inflammation instead of contributing to it. This is especially important for your eyes because one of the most delicate parts of your entire visual system as you grow older is the optic nerve. This bundle of over 1 million tiny nerve fibers carries every visual signal from your retina straight to your brain. When the optic nerve becomes inflamed or damaged, your sight can begin fading from the outer edges inward, often long before you even notice symptoms. Conditions like glaucoma are directly tied to optic nerve deterioration. And research now shows that GLA may help protect this critical structure. A study in current eye research found that GLA improved blood flow to the eye and slowed optic nerve damage in seniors prone to glaucoma by up to 28% within just 90 days. An enormous protective benefit. I think of a 75-year-old man named Elias, a retired newspaper editor who lived for reading headlines and editing text. In his retirement, he began noticing tunnel vision and rising pressure in his eyes. He had already been diagnosed with early-stage glaucoma, and the fear of losing his vision weighed heavily on him. When we reviewed his diet, we found he was getting almost no anti-inflammatory omega fats at all. So we added 2 tablespoons of raw shelled hemp seeds to his breakfast every single day. They're soft, mildly nutty, and easy to blend into smoothies or sprinkle on toast. After 2 months, his eye pressure had dipped slightly, but the real victory was that the thinning of his optic nerve slowed on his scans. He told me that while the prescribed drops helped, the seeds made him feel empowered, like he was actively doing something to protect his sight. Now, we've reached the number 1 seed on this list, the one backed by the strongest science, the most dramatic improvements, and the most compelling story. Number 1, saffron. Saffron, specifically the dried stigmas of the saffron crocus, is one of the most powerful natural compounds ever studied for preserving vision. Yet, very few seniors even know about it. Saffron is packed with chroin and quercetin, 2 potent carotenoids that target the photoreceptor cells in your retina. These are the cells responsible for turning light into electrical signals your brain recognizes as sight. As the years pass, these cells gradually break down, especially in people dealing with age-related macular degeneration. That leads to blurry central vision, distorted shapes, or even blank spots right in the middle of what you're trying to see. But here's the incredible part. Saffron doesn't just protect these photoreceptors, it actually helps restore their function. A clinical trial published in the British Journal of Ophthalmology found that people with early-stage AMD who took 20 milligrams of saffron daily experienced noticeable improvements in retinal sensitivity and visual clarity within just 3 months. Their vision didn't just stop deteriorating, it genuinely improved. One of the most touching cases I've ever seen was from a man named Abraham, a 79-year-old, retired painter from Alexandria. His entire life revolved around colors, shading, and detail. But over the previous 2 years, he'd started losing the very center of his vision. Faces became smudged, colors dulled, and reading felt impossible. His doctors told him to prepare for total central vision loss from dry AMD, and he was heartbroken. His daughter brought him to me hoping for something that could help. I made no promises, but I recommended saffron capsules standardized to 20 milligrams of pure extract each day. 6 weeks later, Abraham noticed something surprising. He could see the tiny patterns on his prayer mat again. Another month passed and he could recognize his grandson's face from across the room. By the time he returned at the 3-month mark, his scan showed improved electrical activity in his retina. He told me, "I thought darkness was closing in, but saffron helped me see my world again." For seniors, the most effective way to take saffron is through a standardized capsule, not the small amounts used in cooking. It needs to be consistent daily and absolutely pure because many cheap powders are diluted or completely fake. When taken at the correct dose and in its genuine form, real saffron may be the closest natural tool we've ever found for supporting retinal recovery. For anyone feeling like their vision is slipping away, this seed holds the power to bring back the light. So now you understand the 7 seeds that can genuinely help protect your eyesight. Not through surgery, not through expensive procedures, but through real food, real science, and real outcomes. I'm not telling you to replace your doctor, but just imagine how much stronger your eyes could become if you simply gave them the nourishment they've been missing. Picture yourself reading without straining, recognizing